I see green lights. This is weird. Trying to have a conversation, trying to have a nice little conversation with me. Just a conversation, nothing less, nothing more. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Annalise and I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was not sure what I was going to film today because it's actually currently Thursday and I'm normally totally set for the whole week. Like, I have all of my uploads ready to go, but I was out of town last weekend and so Sir, stay in your lane, please. Basically, I didn't do my job and it's now Thursday. This video has to go up tomorrow, so I was like, what am I gonna record? I took to Twitter, as one does. I had a plethora of responses, one of which was tell the celebrity story that you keep avoiding, and I still have not yet decided whether or not I want to tell that, and maybe I will decide in the next few seconds because I'm literally like talking this out with you guys, trying to decide what I want to film. Another suggestion was talking about how I made the transition to going vegan and why and all that kind of stuff. The FedEx man always comes when I'm filming. Hold please. Anyway, so going vegan, why, how, blah, 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 all that stuff. I do want to make that video, but I would like to be a little bit more prepared for that. Visuals, some resources, some more interactive type things, like what I eat in a day as a vegan, why I did it. No, I didn't do it to lose weight. In fact, I've gained weight since going vegan, so if that's your reason for going vegan, I would reconsider. And talking this out, I'm feeling like I'm just gonna tell this celebrity story because I feel like you guys just should know. I'm so nervous to say this, but like the thing is, I don't have to reveal his name, so it'll be totally okay, you know? It'll be fine, it'll be fine. There's gonna be people that are like, oh, I don't believe you, and honestly, don't care. I get that enough. I got that on my Kendall Jenner video, which was not even that hard of a video to believe. There were literally witnesses there that commented on the video. My G-Izzy video, I had several people comment that the same thing happened to them or their friends, or that they were at that concert, or even that they were on that bus. One of the passed out girls commented on that video. So if you don't believe me, if you don't believe my stories, I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you what happens in my life. A lot of weird things happen, so I'm sorry that I keep touching my hair. I'm not used to having short hair, and that's not an excuse because I touched it when it was long too. So getting in onto this story. So this happened, I would say it was about a month ago. I could go back and check my tweets because I was tweeting about the situation. It was probably 3 weeks to a month ago. And I went to Earth Cafe in Beverly Hills to meet with two people. And I had never been to this Earth before. There's a lot of Earth cafes in Los Angeles area. They all have kind of different vibes. The Beverly Hills one is definitely like the bouge vibe. Like several famous people there. Everyone is dressed like to the nine. Like I'm pretty sure I was wearing like cut off shorts and like a crop top, and like I was getting some looks because apparently that's not how you dress when you go to a cafe. People like in their Louis Vuitton and like their Chanel, and there's me in my Forever 21 and H&M crop top, but anyway, that's besides the point. The people there are very bougie, which I enjoy. It's fun to people watch people like that. Like, I like it. The two people I was meeting were very bougie as well. They are super rich people. I was just meeting with them for some business stuff. Anyway, on to the scandalous part of this story. So the people I was meeting with, it was a man and a woman. They were married. They own this business, and it doesn't matter I was there, but I was there meeting with them, potentially going to be working with them. I decided against it, but whatever. The man goes to the bathroom, and the woman goes to the counter because we had ordered like 30 minutes prior and we still hadn't gotten our drinks or our food. So she goes to go check on that, as a woman does. I'm sitting there at our little table for four. One of the chairs is obviously empty. And in walks in a very famous celebrity. Very famous. Like, I would say A-list. I don't really know how that works, but I'm assuming he's an A-list actor. I'll give you that. He's an actor. I believe he sings as well, but I think he's first and foremost an actor. In walks in this guy, and he's by himself. And immediately upon him walking in, of course, I make eye contact because I'm very in tune with like, celebrity, celebrity, celebrity. We made eye contact. He looked right at me, I looked right at him. He stared into my soul, I stared into his famousness. I recognized immediately, like, yeah, this guy's famous. He's not my age. I'm not gonna give you his exact age, but he's between 40 and 50. This guy's married, and his wife is also an actress. She's not like as famous as him, I don't believe. I don't like rating people. This guy's very, very well known. His wife is well known, but like you would have to, not everyone would know her. I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother would know who this guy is. Anyway, long story short, he walks into Earth Cafe. He gets in the long ass line because there's always a long line. And we had eye contact when he walked in. And I kept like looking over at him in line. Not because I think he's attractive, not because I was trying to like talk to him, just because like, I don't know, I'm new to LA. It's still kind of exciting when I see a famous person. It's less exciting now. I don't really give a fuck now anymore. Sorry, I have a mosquito bite on my back and it itches really, really bad. I don't really care anymore, but like this was like a month after I moved here and it was still really cool when I would see famous people. So I just like kept looking at him like, whatever. Anyway, I just was looking at him. It's obviously interesting when you see a famous person out and about. Like the time that I saw Khloe Kardashian at a restaurant, like that's interesting. Like she was super normal and just like eating food with her friends, but like it's still interesting, you know? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm watching this guy. He keeps like turning back, or like as he moves forward in line, he kind of keeps looking back and like looking at me, and I'm like, I know he does not recognize me. So homeboy be checking me out or something. Or, I don't know, I feel like my aura is very like friendly and like la da 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 da. I'm making this way longer than it needs to be, but like this would be a really short video if I just told you what happened. He's still in line. He gets to the front of the line, he orders whatever, and then he takes his number and he puts it on the table right next to our 4-person table. At this point, the girl that I was with, the woman that I was with, is back at the table. The man is still in the bathroom. Don't really know what he was doing. Anyway, so the woman's back and she's sitting across from me. I'm sitting here. Her husband had been sitting next to her, and then this chair is open. And then the celebrity guy sits in this table right over here, and it's a 2-person table right by the window. And he sits down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, blah, 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 like sitting right there, and I'm like kicking her leg, and I'm like, and she's like, oh my gosh. Famous man, suspect A, really the only suspect in the story, slides on over and sits in the chair right next to me, and he goes, hey there, and I'm like, hi, like, hello. And he's like, don't be freaked out, and I'm like, well, I don't, it's not every day that like a very famous celebrity comes and sits next to me and says hi. Like, I'm just like a little nobody, you know? And he says, no, I saw you when I walked in and I noticed you immediately. Your eyes are very sparkly. Can we just, oh, my eyes sparkly, what? I had no idea. Again, I'm not attracted to this guy. I just think that it was a cool experience. Like a famous guy comes up and sits next to you. Like that doesn't happen every day, you know? I'm like, wow, like thank you so much. I noticed you right away too, but that's just because I used to watch blank show all the time when I was younger, and I just saw blank movie and blah blah blah. And he's like, yeah, I figured, like it's hard for me to go out in public and talk to a pretty girl without her already knowing like a lot about me. And I'm like, well, I don't really know a lot about you. I just know like about your work, and I think you're really great at what you do, blah blah blah. Just like being friendly. I'm not being flirty at all. And meanwhile, this lady is just sitting across from us like, so the guy, famous man, suspect A, if you will, only suspect in this story. I can't really remember what he was saying, but he was like, yeah, I locked eyes, I felt like a weird connection between us, and I felt like I had to come say hi to you, like whether that was just to say hi, whether it was to get your number. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like I'm kind of seeing someone, I'm not about to give you my number, but like I am actually an aspiring actress and I would love like any tips or blah blah blah. And he's like, yeah, see, I don't really do that. Came over here strictly because I'm interested in you, and like not me like my soul, but like me, you know? And so at that point I'm like, okay, this motherfucker, catch him in your local movie theaters, says, just let me get your number, we'll figure it out, we'll text, I'll call you, we can FaceTime if you're not comfortable in doing it in person. Doing what in person? Like I already know, but I'm like, it's really nice to meet you, but I'm here like at a business meeting with this lady and her husband who's in the bathroom and blah blah blah. Look, I just want to take you out. Can I not just take you out? And I'm like, are you not married? Like, is your wife not also a very famous actress? She is, girl, she is. He's like, yeah, we're kind of like in an open relationship, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward later on that night, I do a lot of research. They're not in a fucking open relationship. That's the biggest lie ever. So he's asking me for my number. He's asking me for my Instagram. I gave him my Instagram. He followed me. He unfollowed me later. But if you had been paying attention for like 2 days and you noticed that a very big celebrity followed me, that's who it was. I did not give him my number on Instagram as he followed me for like 2 days. He DM'd me and was like, hey, come to my place in, well, I guess I can tell you he lives in the Hollywood Hills because like everyone like that lives in the Hollywood Hills. Come to my place, we'll have fun, we'll have wine, blah, 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 blah. What? No. Okay, sorry, my camera overheated, probably because I'm getting really heated. But anyway, before the whole DM thing went down, I'm kind of jumping back and forth, but before the DM thing went down and we're still in Earth Cafe, he's still sitting next to me. He's like, you're being very difficult. I'm like, well, I'm seeing someone, you're married, don't really know what's so difficult about this situation. And the woman that I'm with is like, she's seeing someone, we love your work, but we're trying to like have this meeting, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right, whatever, I see how it is. Kind of scoots back over to his table. But I had already given him my Instagram name by then. And on my Instagram, there's actually a button where you can email me. Later that evening, this was actually after I had already tweeted about this whole situation. And I was like, you guys, like a married famous actress just tried to get at me. Later that evening is when he DM'd me and was like, hey, come over tonight, blah, blah, blah. Like, wife is out of town shooting this movie. I'm like, no dude, already told you, seeing someone, not trying to ruin a celebrity marriage, like not trying to ruin any marriage, not trying to be a homewrecker at all. He was just like getting butthurt, getting pissed off, like, oh, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But my Instagram has a button where it says email and you can email my business email. So he unfollows me like a couple days later, but he emails me a couple days after he unfollows me with the same proposition. Come over tonight, my wife is still gone, she comes back tomorrow night, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I don't email him back ever, and I have not heard from him since. That may have been kind of an anticlimactic ending, but I feel like if you look at the whole story as a whole, it's like, what the fuck? This married ass actor man came up to me in Earth Cafe while I was at a business meeting and tried to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? He was just trying to have a conversation, trying to have a nice little conversation with me. Just a conversation, nothing less, nothing more. So yes, that is the story of the time that I was at Earth Cafe and a very famous actor tried to get with me and he was married. And why do things happen to me like this? Why am I like this? At least he wasn't like persistent more than he was, you know? When I was tweeting about this, I'm like, should I expose this man? I don't want to ruin our marriage. Like, nothing happened. So I kind of came to the conclusion that I'm not going to give out the name just because, like, I know I'm a smaller YouTuber, but like things like this can get blown up. Like my Kendall Jenner video got blown up. Like, you never know. And I'm not trying to ruin a marriage. I'm trying to stay out of it. Like, people can have their own issues, you know? Thank you so much for watching this video. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs up if you want more celebrity stories because yes, I have more of them, unfortunately. Thumbs up for more story times in general because I got a lot of stories, you know? No, this video is not fake. It's not fabricated. It is 100% what happened. You can go back to my Twitter and read as I was live tweeting the experience. If you wanted to, if there was a way that you could go back to that date and see who followed me, you would know who it was. I mean, he doesn't follow me anymore, so I don't know that there's a technology to do that, but if there is, hey, be my guest, like, by all means, go figure it out. Go expose that motherfucker, but don't tell them. Don't tell anybody it was me, because I'm not trying to expose anyone. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, in the next one. Bye!